Okay, so first we will create the pricing rule for minimum quantity price. So here I have created for this item where the minimum quantity should be the 1000 and maximum should be the 3000 and rate is 480. So same way for the second slab where the quantity is minimum quantity is 3000 and the maximum is 5000 and the rate is 450. Now we have a BOM created in the system already for the same items. So here is the main item and these are the components for that item. Okay, so now we have a pricing rule ready and we have a BOM ready. Now we will going to create the sales order. So we will create the new sales order. We'll select the customer and then we'll select the delivery date and then we will select the main item for which we have a BOM created and pricing rule set up, so which is LED panel 24 volt, and we will see the quantity wise pricing. See, if I change the quantity, the pricing will be shift as per defined in my pricing rule. And then we will set up the finished good warehouse and then we'll save it. Okay, so every sales order will have a workflow. First it will be the pending for coordinator, and then once the coordinator will approve, it will be the pending for head of sales, and once the head of sales will approve, it will be the final approval for the order. Okay, yeah. So the same way I will create the new sales order. I will select the customer, and this time I will select the different item for which also we have a pricing rule and BOM has been set up already. And here we have also specified the pricing rule for this item. We'll select the warehouse, and the same way we will save it and it will go through the different approval flow. Okay. Okay, so now we will create the material planning. We can go to the search and then we can search for the material planning and then we can create the new, and then we will select the due date, and then we can create on this button called get sales order, and then we will have to select the sales order to load the items. Okay, now click on the load and see all of the items and components will be loaded in the table, and then you will see the quantity breakdown for how many quantities are ordered, how many available in the FG, and so on. So every detail you will get there, and you can just save the material planning and then submit. So upon submission, there will be a work order and indent will be created based on this planning. So both of these documents will be linked here. Okay, so you can also check both of them one by one. So this is the work order, which is also a production order, and then we have an indent. Yeah, so indent will also go through the different workflow. First it will be in a draft, then you will have to submit it for the approval, and then it will be pending for purchase manager. You can check the status, and then it will be pending for MD. Once the MD approve, it will be final approval. Yeah, okay. So now the same way I will create the material planning for the second SO. All the steps will be the same. We'll have to select the SO and the items will be loaded in the table. Okay, you can check all the items, the block quantity available, the to be order, and yeah, you can check all the fields. Yeah, indent, balance, and everything will be there. Okay, now same way you can save and submit the material planning. Okay, yeah, the same way indent will be created and work order, which is production order, is also created. You can check both of them and you will have to go through the workflow of indent, and then you can submit the indent. Now we have a multiple indent for each SO. Now we will select both of them and we will create the purchase order from both of them. Yeah, it will converted, all the items and quantity will be converted in the one single purchase order from the indent. So now you will also find the indent reference in the purchase order, and then you can select the supplier and required by date, and yeah, here you have to select the warehouse and just check the quantities, the items and everything, and then you can save the purchase order. There. Yeah, purchase order will also have a different workflow which is yet to create. Yeah, right now there is only two flow. First is the save and submit. Okay, now we have a purchase order created. Now from this we can create the vendor PDI by clicking this button, and then it will jump to the new vendor PDI. Here you can select the type. You can also attach any report or anything from your device like this. Yeah. You can select any file and you can attach to that vendor PDI report, and you can also add the container number, and you can also check the verify the quantity. Yeah. And then you can submit the vendor PDI as well. After that, from the vendor PDI you can create the logistic form. Okay, so here you will find the purchase order vendor PDI link as well. You will have to add the LR number, vehicle number, transporter and all, and container number if required, and then also you can verify the quantity here with the items, and you can also select the mode of transporter, which is road or sea. We can also add the more selection option over there. Okay, now we have also logistic form also submitted. From this now we can create the IQC. Yeah, so in this we will also have a linking of purchase order and the logistic form. You can also select the mode, and you can also differentiate quantities on accepted and rejected. So you can also check everything here as well, and then you can submit the IQC as well. Okay, after the IQC step completed, you can create the purchase receipt from over there. Yeah. Okay, so now if you have anything rejected in the IQC, it will be set in here rejected quantity column, and the rejected warehouse will be set, and then you can save and submit the purchase receipt. That's it. Yeah. So until the GRN we have this structure ready. So after the GRN, which is the production, which is the part of the production department, which is material requisition, material receipt, and there are many other process flow out there, so we will need to cover that yet.